how lucky am I? Wow. Good morning. Welcome back. And yeah, we're on the same permission as I'm always on, but a new bit of land. It's absolutely beautiful. There's a couple of reservoirs here, lots of open pasture all around it, and I've got permission to dig on it. So if you saw the previous video, you'll see that the farmer's wife told me all about this and told me how to get to it, and here I am. So just a few days later, it's beautiful. It's a gorgeous, fresh autumn morning. I've got permission to go all the way around these reservoirs, which I'm going to have a little go at. I've only got another short window of opportunity, 2, maybe 3 hours if I'm lucky. So without further ado, thanks as always for stopping by. Let's get on with it. This is amazing. Let's crack on. First find of the day is just a random bit of cack, I think. Coming up in the 50s. I'm on the D-Tech 13-inch as I'm on the pasture. So I thought I'd give me a bit more coverage, a bit more depth potentially. However, the ground is very hard. Despite all the rain we've had, it's really solid. It's quite a stony permission this anyway, as you've seen over many videos. So you don't get a huge amount of leverage on the shovel as it goes in, but there you go. Anyway, move on. Next one, just millimetres away from my previous hole. Say millimetres, about 3 metres. Was in the 80s. And we've got our first coin, but it's a new one, I think. Yeah, there we are. Tuppence. Queen's new pence, 2 of them. Yeah. Not really worried too much about the year, are we? But you can probably see that better than I can. 80 something, is it? Yeah, not very old. Cool. Let's move on. Well, this one was a resounding 71, and as you can see from that hole and the fact I've got the old digger out, it was just under the surface. And look at that. I thought it was a 71, and I thought, oh, this is probably going to be rubbish because it was so close to the surface. But look at that. It's like a holly leaf with the little berries on it. God knows what that's off. That is gorgeous. Look at that. Not sure how old. I don't reckon it's that old, do you? Maybe Victorian or newer. But yeah, well, cool little find. Don't mind that at all. Let's move on. You can see that one, 49.50. Lovely little tone. See what we got. Well, my gut feeling is lead. I've already found about 8 bits of lead, obviously, that I haven't filmed. But we'll... There you go. It's not even lead, that one. Just cack. Righto. Next one, about 4 inches down, is a 50 cal shell, cartridge, or whatever you call it. Huge. Righto. Right, next one. I went a bit too deep. I'd actually just missed it with the pinpointer, which is a shame, on the machine. That's that big coil you see, makes it a little bit trickier. It was actually in the sidewall, look, poking out at me. What we got? Yeah, definitely a coin. Farthing size again, which we don't mind. Right, let's give it a quick clean, see if there's anybody there. Just about see the ghost of a... Hang on, let's get it in my hand properly. There you go. Just about see the ghost of a bust, I think, facing right. So that might be a George, I reckon. Farthing. Not that deep. Only a couple of 3 inches, really. Cool. It's a coin, though. Might clean up a little bit better back at the ranch. See you in a bit. Next one. In the 50s. No idea. Yeah, got a bit of a rim to it. Obviously lots of holes, so I don't know whether it's a little cog or off a clock or what, I don't know. I think it's too smooth to be off a clock. Yeah. Any ideas, let me know. Yeah, it's quite modern stuff on here. I know I found that, I think it's possibly a George III coin, but it's pretty modern stuff. Found a lot of junk, getting a lot of scratchy, junky signals that I'm not digging, quite frankly. So yeah, I think this might have been backfilled at some point, but we'll persevere. See you in a bit. Spoke too soon. This was a lovely 70-71. Turned the clod over and that's staring up at me, which is pretty good. So let's see what we got. Yep, definitely a coin. Might be a bit crusty though. Yeah, a bit crusty. But yeah, I think that's quite an old coin. I'll give it a quick clean. If there's anything there, I'll let you know. If not, we'll move on. But yeah, another coin. Happy days. Right, I'm going to stop for a little coffee. I've only been going about an hour and a half, but it's really hard going. Very stony and still very, although we had a lot of rain, still very, once you get more than about an inch below the surface, it's solid. So anyway, just before my coffee, coming up in the mid-60s, but really good tone, looks like that. So that could be just a bit of metal, or it could be a whacking great buckle. I don't know. So let's see if we can find out together. Right. Oh yeah, that's big. That's going a long way in. Okay, I think rather than risk cacking it with my digger while I'm holding the phone with the other hand, I'll come back to you in a sec. Well, we've had a couple of hours so far, just had a little coffee. Beautiful, beautiful place, absolutely gorgeous. But, and there is a big but, most of this I think has been fashioned. So I think this is obviously quarried out, this reservoir, and has probably been fashioned by diggers many moons ago. So the vast majority of this grass is full of trash, literally full of trash. Iron, loads of lovely 70 signals that's just aluminium scrap. Round the edges is where I found those couple of coins. So I will persevere on those edges where I think the diggers haven't been, but not today, because A, I'm running out of time, and B, it's just too hard. It's so solid with the stones and everything else. So I will definitely use this as a place to come, because it's quite near my car as well. In the winter months when the ground's a bit softer and it's a bit more easier to dig. So yeah, good start, lovely scenery. I mean, what more of a backdrop would you want? But now I'm going to head back to the car, but via that I'm going to go just in that pea field just for one more hour. But don't tell anyone, just see if I can find another couple of bits. Okay, see you in a little while. Right, we're back on the pea field, on the way back to the car, just for a sneaky hour. Been here about 20 minutes, probably just about see it. Rucksack and D-Tech coil on the side. Quick switch. That's the beauty of this Simplex, if you've already got the shaft attached to your little coil. Literally unclip and straight back on with a new one. So I've got the SP24 back on. And my second target, actually, I found a shotty end that was sunbathing. It was a 6970, so I thought we'd find it together. Looks big, whatever it is. Ooh, that's a weight, isn't it? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a steelyard weight, I think. I think that's what they call them. Oh, I've never found one of them before. Yeah, I think it would have had a little bit of an iron loop on the top there. If that's what I'm thinking it is. I mean, that's what it is. Sorry. That's what I think it is. If I'm right, that's the kind of thing it could be. Or it could be something completely different. And, well, that might have a... Has it got a hole through it? Hard to say. Yeah, it might have. Yeah, I think it's some sort of weight anyway. Awesome. That'll weigh me down a bit. Right, let's crack on. Another lead find for your pleasure. I want to say that that's a little pistol shot, but it's not round, not even close. And it's not flat, it's not got a flat edge either, particularly, like it's hit something. So, yeah, definitely lead, but not sure. Oh well, pretty cool. Right, last signal of the day. Had an hour in the pea field, found a few lead bits, that nice weight, but not a lot else. So ran out of time, so I'm on my way back. And as we always do, having a massively quick swing as I walk through the ladybird field, which is my exit, which you can just see near that fence there. So I'm only 50 yards from walking back to the car. So I thought I'd have a quick swing, and I found a nice little 60s, which is going to be a button. And I reckon that's going to be one of my little... Oh yeah, you can see a bit of gold gilding coming through there, look. One of my little naval buttons, I suspect. Cool, I won't clean it up now. It's going to be an anchor on it, I would think, or something like that. Yeah, looks like it is. So I'll give that a clean when I when I get home. Still got the shank on it as well, so it'll be quite nice, I reckon. Cool. All right, well, I think that's probably pretty much it. I've got 50 yards of swinging fast, so you might get one more, but probably not. Thanks as always for joining me. Don't forget the giveaway video is the previous one. I'm not sure when this one airs. You may only have a day or two to enter, so if you're watching this after the 22nd of October 2021, it's too late. If you're watching it before, then you've got a day or two to watch that video, the previous one, and put your entry in the comments on that video. So thanks as always. See you on the next one. Well, we did get one more, and it's a very cool one, I have to say. Up in the 60s again. I'd only been swinging about another 30 seconds, and you look at that, you think, okay, it's a bit of metal, right? Just a normal bit of metal. Turn it over, and it's a thing of wonder. You can see that, so hopefully you can see it better than I can in the sun. June the 8th, 1874. Doesn't get any more precise than that, does it? 100 years before my birthday, which makes it 147 years old. This piece of metal is actually dated to the day. That is awesome. Okay, it's just a bit of metal, some sort of strapping or whatever it is, but that is pretty special. Cool. Nice way to sign off. See you in a bit. Welcome to the Roundup, folks. Couple of quick hellos first and foremost. Somerset Searchers, Bill and Julie, thanks for your stickers, guys. Absolutely love them. Filled a nice little gap there. And a quick shout out to this chap, Percy, the Mercian, metal detecting. If you haven't subscribed to Percy, he's a great guy, great channel. Deserves more subs than he's currently got, in my opinion. Find some good stuff, and you know, a bit of humour as well, which is always good. So give him a stop and a sub if you can. As for the finds, other than this, I've got lots of bits of aluminium and cans and those types of things that are under the surface. So it's going to be a very busy field, or fields around those reservoirs. So just trying to kind of avoid the bits that have been man-made and try and stick on to the bits that are kind of natural and original. So which is where I found my best find of the day, which I'll come back to. Just to talk you through it briefly, this large bit of metal here, that was the thing I thought might be a buckle. That was well buried, as it turned out. Some naily bits and some other aluminium bits and blobs. A 50 cal and a blank little valvey thing. Loads of bits of lead, as always, on my permissions. Some quite new. I think that one's quite new and that one's quite new. and then the rest are relatively old, I think. One of these again, I found a couple of these now, little chisel-y type things or nails. Interesting, but not sure. A little yachting button, which came off the very last field, which is where I tend to find these, up that side of the permission. A toasted coin, which I won't bore you with. A little wheelie thing. Not sure what that's come off. Any ideas, let me know. Love this. Massive as well. Holly leaf with some berries. Quite big, quite heavy. Whatever that snapped off or come off was quite substantial. But I've only just give that a wash with some water. So I'm going to put some wax on that. I reckon that'll come up quite nice. This is really intriguing. That's lead. That is well old. You know, that is white as you like. But I don't think it's a musket ball. It just doesn't feel right. I think it's just a blob. But any ideas, let me know. Another little white bit of lead. This huge weight. And as you can probably see, it's got a hole all the way through it. So, yeah, some sort of weight. Don't know what it's for, but it's very heavy and very big. 1989 2p. Love, love, love this. You know, we're always looking to try and date stuff, aren't we? It doesn't get more precise than that, I would suggest. June the 8th, 1874. So 147 years ago, this fell off whatever it was on, or broke off whatever it was on, and fell into the ground, waiting for me to find it. And that's pretty precise. So I really, really like that. So I'm going to give that a wax, and I'm actually going to put that in my cabinet, because that is a direct link to a day in time, which is pretty cool. And then last but by no means least, find of the day. I'll give it a little bit of a wipe, clean with the composite pencil. And it's starting to come up quite nice. You just about see Britann and then Nia on the right. And there she is on her wheelchair in the middle. 1719. Which means, and by the way, on the video, I had it the wrong way around when I was talking about the bust. There he is, facing right. Georgius, George the First. So very distinct farthing. And obviously with the little edging, makes it quite unique. It's different to newer coins. But yeah, that's definitely a farthing, definitely George the First, definitely 1719. And I'll put a little better picture on after this. So yeah, well happy with that. That will be going in the cabinet as well, because my first ever George the First that's legible anyway. Cool, that's it for now. If you're watching this before October the 22nd, 2021, you've still got time to enter the giveaway for my Digiversary. So go on to the previous video and comment happy anniversary in the comments, and you'll be in. Obviously, if you're watching it after that, it's closed and you've missed the boat. But I'm sure you'll be on the next giveaway. Thanks as always. Please do drop me a sub if you fancy it. If you're not already subscribed. Failing that, I'll see you on the next one. Take care.